Show you all this Dodge Ram truck over here. I've had it in the past here. Keeps coming back to visit me. It likes when I work on it. So we're gonna do some more work to it. We've done the transmission. It's been completely rebuilt. We've done so much stuff to this. It's not even funny. At some point, it'll get painted. At some point in its life. Inline 6. Master cylinder on the brakes is new. And we're gonna do the two front calipers and brake pads on it now. But I love the old Ram ornaments these things had on the hood. These old Ram ornaments. I just like driving and seeing it there on the hood. This truck's, believe it or not, rust free everywhere other than the rooftop where the windshield is. It's the only place where rust is eating it alive. I would need to go to a body shop for that. Other than that, you look underneath this thing, you ain't finding no rust under that truck. Not on the floor plans, not anywhere. Clean truck. It's a long bed, not my style, but I like it. Obviously, it has the newer Dodge rims on it. I personally wouldn't even paint this. I would get the roof fixed. That I would do to stop the rust there. But I wouldn't paint it. I would leave that same paint and I would clear coat over it. Adds character looking like this, if you ask me. So, I'll show you the inside. She fires up and runs good. When I first started working on it back in the day, that wasn't the case, but he's actually daily driving this thing now ever since we've been able to get it decently running for him. I don't know if the camera will show. Let's see. Production day 8 of 85. So yeah, this is a good old 85 seat. Looks like any seat from 85 would look, right? He's got this sheet over it. I would have got a poncho for that. And look at the mileage on this thing. 84 754. All the gauges work in here. Got a little aftermarket radio. This is an AC model. We ain't got around to fixing the AC. It leaks from the evap. So I need to fix the evap, recharge it, maybe get it to blow coat again. And I gotta tuck these wires away. I know it looks lazy, but I gotta get them wrapped up and make it look all pretty. At some point, I'm gonna pull the valve cover and paint it and paint the air filter. I haven't got around to doing it yet. He doesn't want to replace the radiator yet, but I think it's about time. New radiator. There's two types of people. It's the type of people that would love to see this engine restored. Hell, I've seen the guys on a Motor Trend take one of these inline sixes and turbo it and get some real power out of them, like, you know, in the 500s. So there's other guys that say leave it original, right? Leave it original. Put a little bit of exhaust on it, clean up the motor. So that's one route. What would you do if you own this truck? I want to see in the comments. Would you just... It runs really good. Compression numbers are amazing on it. Motor's healthy as healthy gets. And people that know about these inline sixes will tell you they never die. Like, slow as a wheelbarrow, but like Jesus will come back for us all and this thing will still be running here. Fairly simple to keep running to. My route is I gave him option A. It's leaking from the valve cover, so I would do the valve cover, paint the air filter. I told him he needs to upgrade this radiator and upgrade that radiator. He can go electric fan, but I think the fan clutch is good enough. I don't know. We live in Florida, y'all, so heat is the enemy. But what I did tell him is to get rid of this big old original 1985 catalytic converter and do some sort of a straight pipe out with, at the very least, a 2-barrel Weber. This is a 1-barrel. I forget who makes it, but I know it's a 1-barrel carburetor. At least take it up to a 2-barrel. And heck, you could take it up to a 4-barrel if you wanted. But now you're starving the mechanical fuel pump over there. You would want an additional electric fuel pump in the gas tank. If you wanted to add a whole bunch more air like that. But on this mechanical fuel pump, you could just do a 2-barrel Weber carburetor and wake it up enough to like put a smile on your face. Brakes and suspension, everything like that is done new. Upgrade the cooling, get the AC going. That's one route, right? Restore this engine. Upgrade the cooling, paint the valve cover, air filter, wrap up the wires, do a 2-barrel, and straight pipe of the exhaust to get a little bit better sound out of it. I would do like a side exhaust coming out of the side. Fix the roof, leave the paint job, do some clear coat over it, get the patina going, throw a poncho on the seat cover. Don't really need to do too much else inside. You know, keep it blowing, inline 6, pop the hood, cleaned up character on the outside. That's kind of one look that I'm going for, all right? Now here's the second look. Screw this character, screw this patina, throw a paint job on it, like a real paint job. I don't like black. Black and the chrome to me would really pop. You got your nice chrome side view mirrors, your nice chrome front bumper, you got your nice chrome upgraded Dodge wheels, you got your nice chrome rear bumper, nice chrome Dodge tailgate. You got enough chrome on here to where black would really pop, and I mean like wet black, like gloss. If you notice, he's running a bigger tire on the back than he is on the front. It's kind of that old school style, kind of like that. But imagine this all wet black. It's got the blue interior, right? Throw one of those blue poncho seat covers on it. And under the hood, upgrade it, what they call resto rod. Get rid of the slant stick, sell it to some old man that wants one. And throw a modern V8 in it. What kind of modern V8? I'm thinking LS. Obviously the Dodge Chrysler guys would say, put a Hemi in it, put a Hemi in it. I got nothing against putting a Hemi in it, but Hemis are expensive, man. Even the 5.7s, dual spark plug per cylinder, 16 spark plugs every time you need to do a tune-up on the damn thing. And they're pretty pricey still. They haven't come down in price enough. You're still paying $1,500, $2,000, depending where you go, for a 5.7 Hemi. And the 5.7 Hemi is the stepchild. It is the runt in the litter of the Hemi family. If I was gonna go Hemi, I would do at least a 6.1 Hemi. I mean, I can't afford a 6.4. We're on the Chico budget over here, right? We can't afford the fancy 6.4 Hemi. I would love to do that. Who wouldn't love a 6.4 Hemi? Hell, I would. But if I'm gonna spend the money for a 5.7, might as well spend the money for a 6.1 liter Hemi, and that's a much better Hemi. You ain't dealing with all that dual spark plug nonsense like the 5.7 does. Sorry to the 5.7 guys, but that is the runt of the Hemi family engines. You don't take a slant 6 out to put the weakest Hemi, modern Hemi out there in it. I'd put at least a 6.1 slightly modified and cammed in this truck. Now, why would I go LS? It ain't like I got some die-hard loyalty to Chevy. Let me turn this thing down if I'm coming in here. It ain't like I got some die-hard loyalty to Chevy, but if I'm going this route, right, why not do the affordable thing and put an LS motor in it? Simple, 5.3 liter V8 Chevy. Push rod. Can't beat it with a stick. This one's out of a 2002 Silverado, y'all. It's a 5.3. And you know what I really like about these? Let me see if I can see. Here we go. The 5.3 with the 706 heads. These are the best air flowing heads. The A62s are garbage. These are the best heads you can get on a 5.3. So yeah, I would drop one of these in there. Yes, I would. With what transmission? With a 4L80E maybe? And we would spend a little bit of money and get a few upgrades, like some motor mount brackets, some ARP head bolts maybe, ARP cam, some lifters. Maybe we would buy, just maybe, hypothetically, y'all, we would buy a Millions oil pump upgrade. Maybe we would do upgraded valve springs from Brian Tooley Racing. Maybe we would do a Truck Norris camshaft upgrade. Just maybe. Maybe, right? Get it going, blah, 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 blah. And since we're doing all this, might as well, sorry, I got a cord in my face. Might as well do the harness and fuse box that it would require to do it. And since we got a harness and a fuse box, good old Summit Racing, thank you for that. Since we got that going on, might as well have a computer ready to go, right? So if you had a computer, if you had a harness, if you had a timing cover, all new gaskets, oil pan gas, I mean, if you had it all just sitting in a back room, ready to get refreshed onto a 5.3 LS Chevy motor, and you happen to have a good old Dodge Ram truck with a very reliable slant 6, very reliable. Wouldn't you? I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Or do we just clean this up, use that LS somewhere else, do a straight pipe, do a 2-barrel Weber, upgraded radiator? They got some nice aluminum ones, painted valve covers, right? And for the valve covers, I'm thinking like a gold copper type of paint to kind of match this rust theme we have going on. So you pop the hood and your air filter cover and your valve cover and everything's got that gold copper theme going on. And then you got a nice aluminum radiator, repaint the fan shroud, get it looking nice, you know? So which route would y'all go? That's what I'm wondering. Let me close the hood and this damn Dodge emblem needs to be glued on. I stuck it on for the video. Hold on. Okay. Put some double-sided tape on that later. So imagine what it would sound like with an LS in it. I mean, it'd sound a little bit better with the slant 6 just on a better carburetor and straight piped. But imagine what this puppy would sound like. It doesn't sound all too... It doesn't sound too great right now. Normal stock slant 6, nothing special about it. Dash, believe it or not, is in good shape. Got a good healthy dash on it. Roof is in good shape. Sun visors are in good shape. Like I said, the interior doesn't need a whole lot. The interior doesn't need a whole lot. And it's really just do some work. All I would do in the interior is the seat cover, and I'm done in there. And then obviously, like I said, I got rust on the top. That has to go get some body work done, y'all. But 85 Dodge D100s are not common. They're not common, y'all. You see the old Fords, you see the Chevys, you don't see the Dodges. You just don't see them. So, do we keep it truly all original, spiff up, put some paint, some gold copperish paint on those valve covers, invest the money in a carburetor, take it to the muffler shop, have them straight pipe decent exhaust on it? Do we do that? Or do we get that LS back in there, ready to go, and drop it in here? Originally, the LS was a backup motor for the GMC here, for the GMC Sierra. But I got trucks everywhere, as you can see. I got the old 1500 HD over here. This thing comes with the glorious 6.0, similar to the high output 6.0s and the Escalades. This is a 1500. Phone never wants to autofocus. 1500 HD, y'all. You don't see too many of these. You see a lot of the 2500 HDs. You don't see too many of the 1500 HDs. This is an 8-lug axle front and rear. This is 4x4, of course. 8-lug front and rear, 4x4, leathered out LT trim. Like I said, I love this body style. This is back when trucks actually looked like trucks still, before they started making them look like some kind of futuristic SUV with a bed on it. And this is a 2001. So 2001 HD, 6.0, 4L80E, 8-lug axles, 4-wheel drive. I mean, we got plenty of projects around here. So that motor was originally bought to be a spare motor for the good old GMC that we got from my son here, the Z71 4-wheel drive. We got it lifted, and that motor was originally going to go in here, and we were going to do this transmission, this front differential on it, and we ended up getting the motor just because we might need it. We ended up not needing the motor. So now we don't need a motor for the GMC. Maybe, just maybe, an LS idea on the old Dodge. What do you think? There's the kind of people that want to see it all blacked out with the chrome and the LS swapped in there. It'd sure be something to look at, I'll tell you that. And then there's the kind of people that say, nah, keep it all original, man. Clean up the engine a little bit and just you know, get a fresh radiator in, because that's really, it's been so hot. We got like a heat wave. That's the only thing that's keeping it from being like reliable to take it far. It starts to get a little hot when you get far from home. I don't know if y'all caught earlier on the video. It's hard to open this hood, man. These hoods, let me tell you, they require 2 hands. And when you're recording, it's hard. These old springs here, big boy springs. Open that up, you gotta have 2 hands. So you see it's starting to get hot, and you'll drive around and she'll start steaming on me. So it needs a new condenser for the AC. Ain't much air getting through there. So like I said, we get the cooling system right, we clean it up, and leave it all original. And everywhere you go, there's gonna be the people that are gonna say, cool, check it out, all original, oh, I love the character. There's gonna be those people. Or there's gonna be the route of screw it, slap a paint job on the thing, do the LS swap. Anyways, y'all let me know, don't wanna ramble too much, but these old D100 Dodges, 85, they're rare. Like I said, rare. Good luck finding one. If you do find one, it's usually too far gone to consider doing anything with. I'm not a single cab guy. I'm more of an extended cab or a crew cab kind of guy. But If there was ever a single cab I would ride, it's these old Dodges. I just like the old school. It's already going in the right direction with the upgraded wheels. And my opinion is, since it's already going in a more modern look, it's not like it rides on the original wheels, doesn't ride on the original stance. Go ahead and do the LS swap and put it in the body shop, get the rust on top done, and get a real full, wet, glossed out paint job. I think this truck would bring a lot of money, turn a lot of heads, and shred some rear tires if we went that route. But there's a lot of guys telling me, no, don't do that. Those slant sixes are so hard to come by. Yours runs so good. Keep it running good. Keep it in there. It's all original. It'll be worth more in the future. So I get the back and forth a lot. But really, I want to see a fresh paint of glossy black on it and a LS swapped Dodge, and I want to go hurt some people's feelings with it. And I'd honestly probably lower this truck a little bit too, not too much. I'm not a slam it on the floor kind of guy, but if I went the LS route, exhaust coming out the sides, definitely lowered. Anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, y'all. It's getting late and I gotta get back to work, but I just wanted to get an opinion from the internet which route. We'll see what happens. Maybe nobody cares which way I go. Maybe you guys get involved and let me know. Anyways, what do I got for tonight? I got some wiring to do. Yay, fun, right? On this dude's Cadillac that he brought me. Anyways, I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Take care. Have a good night.